I do not regularly watch Critical Roles, so I'm kind of a Critical Role virgin. I've seen maybe a couple of hours of season 1, episode 1. I just know that I just don't have the time with a bunch of obligations I have to really go deep into any of the seasons. I'm considering looking at the animated series. But also, I kind of like tabletop role-playing games for the game aspects and less so much the talking and character stuff. It's just not my thing. If the idea of having some drama, and if you're watching this, you know what happened. Some near deaths have happened at the end of the last session of Critical Role, and the cliffhanger is that they may very well die. If there was a goal to bring some new viewers to watch Critical Role, I think they may very well have succeeded. Who knows? If I like what I see so far, I might follow it more. We'll see. This will eventually be a permanent video for my patrons. I don't think I can keep it on my channel because I'm not sure what the copyright laws are to have the full Critical Role thing up there with me reacting to it. I actually don't know how much of a reactor I am or whether I really have the credentials or quality. We'll see. We'll just see. This is an experiment.
We know from Campaign 2 that Lux and Beacons are required for making Dunamancy potions, and it seems like whatever the Unseelie Cord or Odahan
I don't know
are
what
using
she's
these
talking
potions
about.
for, they seem to need a lot of them. Also, there's this moment where Matt describes Aram seeing a figure kind of darting across or like off a balcony or something like that. Odahan activates something under her cloak,
nice little
and we see
clues,
these
giving me
shadowy
ideas
figures,
as a
these
GM.
echoes. And
I wonder
really
how
don't
much
like
they
it.
have to
I don't
stick
like
with
the
D&D
idea of
rules if they
Odahan
homebrew so
knowing
much,
about
honestly.
Esteros, or like a big sort of very hard fight with a single villain and then still give them enough action economy that they're not going to get completely annihilated by 7 other players. She can also create these echoes.
7
She has
players.
multi-attack, which does heal.
Natural 20 is a natural 20.
It's a natural 20.
Do they not have dice cams? I would imagine with their budget they'd have like a camera on each dice box.
You know, she is not pulling any punches, and this is absolutely ruthless. It is
She's
ruthless
hitting knocked
to
down
attack
enemies.
a...
That's going to be
So close.
a crit. You failed 2 death saves.
You're out.
I'm out.
Fern, in the final moments
Oh my
of
fucking god.
consciousness and life on this realm, as the blade rests above you, what do you do? What do you say?
Boy. That was a hell of a run.
As the blade goes into your abdomen, and then with a spray, an arc of red that seems to almost turn to black as it hits the dust and then scatters off of the wind.
And Aram.
Orem, please describe to me in your final moment as Orem looks up, barely holding his vision forward. And
They're good
Odohan
at
pulls
what
the
they
blade
do, I
up
must say.
and is about to press it down into his sternum.
There's a really heavy sense of failure. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna see Will and Derek again.
She stops for a second. We've met before.
Yeah.
I might cry again. I might cry.
Get it together, Luna!
Okay.
This moment
the
with
existence
Fern
of Revivify
is even more
cheapens
heartbreaking
death
when you
scenes,
remember
I must say.
that she just found her parents. Like, she has been looking for her
Because
parents
they might
for so
get up
long.
again. We'll
they
see. We'll
just
see
found
tonight.
each other, and yes, things will all happen.
Those were great death
like
scenes,
today,
but I wish the
they left
mechanic did
Birdie
not get in the way
today,
of the story.
And then Fern died. And then Aram.
I'm glad
over.
Matt house rules it, but
Looks
it's
at you.
still, you know, a possibility. But yeah.
Odahan looks back at you.
Yes. Yes. This is it.
The rest of you looking at Imogen. Her hair, fully extended and levitating. Her skin, a deep crimson hue.
Is Imogen a PC?
Where you saw
The way Laura Bailey was acting made me think, I do wonder if your own character goes bad, like, that would be something to work out with a player, you know? But, I don't know. They're all good actors, so maybe she was acting surprised. I don't know. I have to say, too, by the way, when she was talking about bonus actions, death saves, I don't know. I'm not convinced that Pathfinder 2e, at least before 8th level or so, would not be streamable because there's it seems like their audience has some, has some rules capability to be able to follow what he's talking about. Okay, the fact that he responded, I heard that he was getting hate online, and so he felt he had to put out that post. Anyway, Matt Mercer I only see stellar GMing from him. I just give him props. And also dealing with two groups, that's hard. And also a complex story, dropping in hints of future things, and, this villain coming out and it being logical within the story is all good. I approve.
I think not all is lost. FCG has Revivify, and I believe they have one spell slot left. They also have access to diamonds. Fern also has Revivify. Now, according to her, I think it's her subclass or her class feature, she always has it prepared. So if FCG can get to Fern and revive her, then Fern hopefully will be able to revive Orym.
Ooh, they have a nice camera.
Laura, you're up.
Hi.
This is an
Guess what?
advertisement.
What?
We're
Oh my god, that chat's gonna make me go crazy.
It's
Kinda interesting to have the chat, though, for, like, a-
8-bit chibi pins. Look at these designs by the Pin Club team. They're amazing. They're made of hard enamel. Feature gold.
Wait, how do you plan merchandise while having random death?
Blood has a special, like, as that gunmetal. I don't know. It's dark.
Oh, you think they suck? I'm gonna
You'll receive this free
get rid of
Critical
it.
Role pin
Trying to
If he does
whisk
Deus Ex
Armand
Machina,
out.
then this was
You
all
begin
a,
to reconvene, but not before running face to face with Otahan.
an effective
Once, while,
ratings increaser.
Our good friend Laudna was enjoying polishing the armor of your other automaton companions, exploring this new world with
He
fresh
says
eyes
automaton
and
the way I
protecting
do.
your friends.
I was told I was doing it wrong.
Meeting Ashton in the den.
Players
You
taking
do not
notes.
hear.
This is
Your
very
elven father
unusual.
shouts order. She wipes your cherub cheeks and lifts you into her arms. She speaks to you wordlessly. In your mind, you know everything
This takes a
is
lot
all right.
of prep to GM.
You
Is there an explanation given as to why
are a
they're getting all
true
these
predator.
sites?
A
Is this
gift
like
in
how the
their
psychic's
image.
dreams would happen? I don't know.
If you can be as strong,
Gonna take off into the air.
you look up and she's right there looking down at you.
This is cool though. I see what people are saying in chat, but it's its own fun.
You now stand in the streets of Bassaris once more. In the vicinity where a number of buildings stood, most of them are gone.
Oh my
There is a circle of earth pushed away.
Our miniatures from WizKids is available now at your local game store. Check out the entire Critical Role collection at wizkids.io/crminis.
Oh my god, she really was.
What?
She's next in the initiative order.
Otohan is nowhere to be seen.
The red one.
Oh, death
Oh
save.
god, the red one.
My heart is pounding.
Does anybody else here of like a
How do they not have a die
high-pitched
cam?
rating? Yes. Okay, cool.
Not having a die cam.
No. What is it?
What? Bad or
What
good?
is it?
That's a death.
Natural one.
Laudna, in the final moments before you expire, please explain to me what crosses your mind.
I imagine it would be confusion. Flashes of all of the powerful women in her life. Imogen,
Was she the fighter?
her mother, Delilah. As Delilah is still there. But still powerful.
As the darkness begins to creep in and carry you to whatever threshold lays beyond, an oddly familiar threshold. This is a line you've walked for many years. And as the dark curtain begins to fold in, you feel her arms wrap around you. As Delilah embraces you from behind and whispers in your ear, "Worry not, child. Death is but a waiting game."
Nice ambiguous statement.
As
See what
Laudna's
that
final breath
means.
escapes, and she lies still, cold.
You need to have a group that's willing to buy in.
Well, who's next in the initiative order?
If I were in that group, I would adjust. And I think I would enjoy it. But you wouldn't talk like that in most groups.
I told you I didn't have a good feeling about that roll.
Why did you roll the red one?
It's real pretty.
Dice
So
jail.
I can't.
Wait, was it a surprise she was next in initiative? Didn't they know
So
this
we
for a
got
week?
3 down.
The die
can
will be sold
see
for a lot of money in future
Orem
auction.
and Fern. The difference between unconscious and dead
Correct.
is a game mechanic. How do I know they're dead?
You have to let players
dead.
know everyone's health state in most play.
I
So
get
many
to decide
decisions
who
are
lives and
made
dies
about
now, guys.
healing.
Do I know that Fern has the Revivify spell?
I mean, I would leave it between your discussions and having how long you've traveled together and
It's an interesting question to ask.
tactically share.
There's
I
no
saw
right
Orem go
answer,
down first,
but this is a real
And
commitment
he's
to
who I was
roll,
trying to get to first.
and it's
Now
its own
Fern's down
has its
2.
own appeal.
Does
This is kind of fun.
instantaneous?
I believe it's an action.
The fact that it's
but
live
does
makes it
have
more
a material
interesting to me.
cost. Does
Maybe
have a
I
component
won't
cost.
watch
It is
old
touch.
content.
It's
I'll just
touch.
tune in live every now and then.
I gotta get over there. So
If people have been following, I'm just curious whether the
You were on the ground
characters who are,
unconscious in your wolven form.
whether the players whose characters might die,
You
whether
are
they made
looking
new characters.
After taking some hits and coming
yet,
back,
or
you
whether
do
they've
not see your
said they
quarry
have.
anywhere.
And I'll look back at Imogen and say, what happened? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
I don't have any werewolf shit, you guys. I mean, I could bite him.
I don't understand why D&D
Images,
doesn't have a
okay.
delay
bring him back as
action.
a werewolf?
It's just one of the.
To her.
The villain disappearing could have been, a way to protect against a
get just
TPK, which I would approve.
I'm
Reach
gonna
it.
start
I mean, if
pulling
Hitting
rubble
her?
off
the
of her.
players
Just slapping
probably
her.
have some
Shit out of her.
Pulling
survivors.
rubble off of her.
What if he's got a Revivify bracelet or anklet or cock ring or something? Like, like, oh, sorry, I'm
they
on
got
your
dirty
joke.
on
I'm gonna check for
Critical
cock ring
Role.
or Revivify.
I approve of Runch.
Draw.
That bag of tricks.
How many battles do they go
Bag of
through?
jams.
They do so much
Bag
description.
of jams.
That house roll makes it pretty easy,
She
doesn't
have
it?
a mind
DC
anymore.
10. If you have not died
You don't have
before,
to
you
worry
just
about a
need a
spell
10.
specifically. This is just part
At
of the
their
ritual
level
of you
7,
beseeching
they
the
probably have a
spirits
+7
and
modifier.
whatever that means to you, whatever.
I need you to stay. And I'll just sort of command her to stay.
Okay.
It's a 7 plus 3.
10 is literally the difficulty class base on this for a character who has not died.
+3.
Hate this game.
Maybe he said the modifier first, 7, and then he rolled a 3. Maybe.
Behind.
I didn't know the
So-
DC was so
Have,
low, so she can revive one more, right?
16 seconds to save
And
his
then
life.
they have one death,
my
am
God.
I
Wait,
right?
No, 6 times 6 is 30.
Is that where we're
36
at?
seconds.
Assuming
Right?
the
No, how
dice
many
go,
rounds we
go
got
their
left?
way.
Stop
The
it.
antecedent to
Just
Revivify
see the
was
outer-
Breath of
the outer
Life, which I
shoulder
believe
and
was
arm.
5th level in
full
3rd
speed.
edition.
Well,
But it was the same level you
Can you
could already
call
do
me on
Raise
accent?
Dead then. Wait, Revivify really
What?
changed the game.
message.
And
For pacing's sake, it might just make sense
I'm
to
going
skip
to
to the next
split the difference between
person who can save a
Fern
life.
and
I'll say this
like-
for one
Pick him up, and
D&D.
he's pretty light, I'll say, thankfully. He's
Since many people start their
Never
campaigns
mind,
at
fella.
3rd
It's
level,
like carrying
to have
a
a spell
toddler,
that
and you're a werewolf.
reverses
Yeah,
death
You're
at 5th
fine.
You're
level
fine, you
makes
get
it a 2-level window
you're fine.
in
So you
which
rush over,
many
with
players
limp
enjoy
body
the
in your arm,
game
rush
and
over
death can
just as
determine.
Fern is
So
starting to
that's
kind of
pretty small.
climb her way back onto her. The lifeless body of Orem is placed in front of you by the woven form of Chetney.
Wait, he just said what Chetney did, right?
I've never done this
Interesting.
before.
All the players,
Just,
have,
what do we
all the
have
fans have
anything?
probably figured
Any-
out
any-
who has how many diamonds more than
Any
the players
diamonds?
have. It's not a criticism, it's just an observation. But I notice that time freezes when they roleplay. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm telling myself, they have 24 seconds to do
Can't
this.
carry him.
The dash.
But for
He'll be
me,
fine.
nobody can carry him in dash.
the imagined,
I can't carry I
World
can
is
carry him, but I
real.
can't do the spell. It doesn't
it's a
help.
real
But you can go
limitation. I
little
have
bit
a
and Ashley can
1-minute
meet you, and then you can
limit.
come back and give it.
And so I have
Fern.
two clashing realities. That's the problem for
He
me.
made the whole span. I just watched him. He made the whole
If
span
people
in one
find that
round.
but
fun,
he
that's
didn't have
fine.
any actions
Again,
left.
I'm not criticizing.
Boy, I do not like this fucking choice.
They can only revive one more
I'm going
person,
to,
right?
We got 18 seconds.
Because of the
Fuck.
number of diamonds.
You can. I mean,
Yeah, I know when the bomb ticks at the end of the action hero movie, and maybe I'm a weird person. I'll freely admit that, but I counted in the back of my head. I'm like,
Way less than one.
that thing said it was 6 seconds. 6 seconds have passed according to that clock, but a minute has passed on screen. I think about
an
that,
exhaustion statement.
And how?
and I'm sorry.
How much can you move?
I think of the fact that
okay.
the previous shot was cheating me and creating
fucking-
false tension.
I'm
I
gonna
rather the
fucking dash.
previous shot in the movie showed a bigger
Laudna
time.
or
Dustin.
My side channel has me GMing. Yeah, I don't do as much
pick
in
her up and
character.
full
speed.
He does more than
Fireman's
most
carry.
GMs, but
While
he's
I'm
teaching me
carrying,
things
I'm just
too. I want to
yelling,
see.
"We have another
I like how
down!"
he does some things.
What
I wonder
your
if we're gonna have an
speed,
action economy
Do we
argument.
know
Like,
if either
is
of
this a
them
bonus
can
action or
pull
not?
somebody out from death, or do we not know?
Took it from the
Have
bag
they
of
not
gems. So
figured
somebody
docked as a
took
group
those
who to revive
diamonds.
So it was
first,
probably
or not
her.
first,
It was
but who to
probably her that
revive?
took the diamonds to have. You know,
I'd
Sam
trust the
advertises
person who
things?
would've
Is
taken
this
them
what's
to
going
know
on?
and then they took them,
I
so.
don't feel like I did.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is.
it's not fair for you to choose.
I don't know what to do. Should
Roll
we
a
do
die.
like
That's what I would do.
like a-
So you don't have to choose.
Who votes for Orem? No, 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 no. That's.
Is there an in joke
No,
there
there's 5 of us
that her
up, so it
character
would be-
voted for
we could
Orem?
go
I'm not
3 out of
understanding.
5.
They're adjusting
Laudna's
their
God,
pacing to the mechanics.
And
I have to
she'll
say,
bring her back.
Matt Mercer's
and then-
house rule is a good one because it means that whoever they decide, there's still
bring back
tension on whether they'll actually be brought to life.
Do you want to? Do you want to
I
choose
just
which
want
one's
to
Laudna?
observe that
Imogen?
I don't.
this
I
amount
don't
of
get to go.
role
You
playing
don't-
for every
Okay,
turn
Okay. Okay.
would
this is
make
me. This is on me. Give me the
medicine
coin.
checks
Okay.
I'm gonna
against
send a message to
poison
Delilah.
and dying checks
yeah,
really
you sent that
make a
fucking message
make a
first.
session last
I have a
forever in
third spell
Pathfinder
left.
2E.
I want to send a message to Delilah, but it's not my fucking
I've
turn
had
in
some
the initiative.
dramatic sessions
Oh
lately
no, Marisha!
with dying going up and down, persistent damage.
And then this one's gonna be for Laudna.
Okay,
don't wanna
Critical
do
Role
this.
needs a
Then don't
dice
do it.
cam.
Just
make a choice.
decide.
But so much of this
Okay,
game is
okay.
having
Can we at
instantaneous
least just
seeing what
smush them together?
what you roll shows. That's part of the excitement. I don't understand this. They can put in a separate window.
Orm is just living and breathing like
We
everybody
don't have to
else. If
lose
you
the
wanna make
facial
a
expressions of
decision,
the
that
players.
might-
We don't need the battle cam. Show the die cam.
In the time that transpired here, I'll say it's another round.
Oh,
Done
God.
12 seconds,
Okay,
and you can take your
Okay, then I'm gonna
sending
okay,
if you
then I'm
want.
gonna send a
That's
I'm gonna
Matt
send a
saying,
message to
"Hurry
Delilah."
up."
To Delilah. Okay.
That fucking bitch.
Why is she hiding it? What's going on?
Coin, didn't you?
Okay.
For dramatic effect, I guess.
I'm gonna kneel down.
So that she can announce it.
I'm gonna go to Laudna. Sort of push her hair to the side. We'll find a way back for you, I promise. No. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. It's the coin's fault. We can be mad at the change bringer later. Oh, I don't like how this is making me feel. Okay. I'll go to Orem. Just gonna gather him up.
I gotta say, to act well, you need to be in a group that's committed to character.
Hi,
No one can break the
my
spell.
friend. Can you please come back? Because I'm getting a little scared. Oh, sorry, I forgot what I was doing.
So,
I mean, I didn't.
which player's character is not being healed now? Is his wife? Looks like. I don't know.
My wisdom modifier. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. 17.
Orm, doft dreamscape before you. You see Will. And as his voice echoes, you're not done.
I really wish I could stay.
I'll still be here.
Oh, I miss you so bad.
There will be a time.
So this is someone they lost.
I look forward to it.
Say hi to Derek for me. Say hi to Dad.
Ah.
I will. And he reaches out and he throws you up towards the shaft of light.
I'm a very practical person. I'm like, if I'm
you
gonna
drift
meet you
upward, you watch the
eventually,
tree begin
I'll
to
just see you
fade.
later.
You see his face begin to fade.
People are calling me now and they need me.
No, what are you doing?
I'm.
You asked her to leave the table.
What do we do, though? But what do we do? Because we always do something.
Hole in
For the
you
watching
kind of
audience,
almost break an ankle
sorry.
on the bits of
That
clutter
is
that you've been
a
tossed
good thing
in
to do.
there.
It's very reality
some known,
show.
Some unknown by Vernal.
I'm curious, viewers.
Inside.
I want to watch some more Critical Role.
that
I
was
like this
some
group of people. I want to know how long people who are watching plan to watch.
I can find people.
Just want to get a poll. Just people type that in.
Can you?
Because I don't want to keep watching if like I'm gonna lose like 75% of the audience.
We'll pick up here in a few minutes. See you guys here shortly.
Okay, I think looking at the poll, I think I'll go another half hour. All right, because I want to see more of what they're gonna do. See more what like non-traumatic Critical Role is like. I think a third level spell is too early to resurrect people. And Pathfinder 2E decided even a 5th level spell was that it should be difficult to resurrect somebody. They also try to have some guardrails to prevent unwanted deaths, not unwanted, but to give well, what am I saying? You can still have death in Pathfinder 2E. But after the first few levels, the GM can have some faith in the encounter balancing system that there won't be runaway deaths. And so resurrection being hard to actually make happen is not going to be so catastrophic. And I've had a campaign, in my Hell's Rebels campaign, we've had 3 deaths so far, and you really need a high check. You need to roll like a 15 or something on that d20 roll for the resurrection to succeed. Or 13. It's not guaranteed at all, and you don't get your resources back, and it's thousands of gold pieces, which is a lot in Pathfinder at like 11th level or 13th level. But couldn't they keep her corpse and raise her from the dead in 2 levels? If you have a heavy roleplay group, you may want to make death, not that common at all. For me, the issue with this is that in D&D, it's hard to balance encounters, and it's hard to challenge the party without a TPK possibly happening. Because there are these fail-safes, like Revivify and Healing Word. If you have healers who have those abilities, then either nobody dies or nearly everybody dies. Here, what caused one death to happen, and for death to feel significant but not TPK, was the fact that they had only so many diamonds, which any group, I don't know how hard gold is to come by, but you really want to, with it being coded in how much, that it's 300 gold, you really want to control your economy as a GM. And how much does full plate cost? Because this makes anyone want to regret buying full plate too, if it means 5 lives. Yeah, it's 1,500 gold. You know, that could have been saving Linda, but you just had to have your full plate. I don't know if there is a lore reason in Matt Mercer's campaign as to why they only had so many diamonds. I usually find that if they have access to big enough metropolises or cities that you can find diamonds. It seems hard to deny that. In my Hell's Rebels campaign, I had Cheliax restrict diamonds to the Asmodeus Temple, their official religion. I'm gonna make a Critical Role text channel on my server because some of you may want to continue chatting with each other because the Critical Role chat is a huge fuck show.
Probably at a white arc in the city.
So what was this talk about them being on the moon? Was that just a vision? Because it sounds like they're not on the moon.
You eventually round of.
Hey, that's a character who died in the corner.
Dwarven male figure kind of leaned through. Can I help you?
Yeah, we need Joe. Is he here right now?
Yeah, he's what?
All of his dwarves are Scottish too. That makes me feel okay.
You've seen this fellow run through
I could not be in their cast because I'd be talking about hoarding diamonds right now.
And I was paying attention.
Right. So, yeah, he's like.
Do you want out?
Yes, please.
You promise to behave.
I'm at your service.
That'll do. Sorry, things have been really fucked up.
But there was a big attack on the Paragon's call, and we ran.
It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
It wasn't
We
us,
need to get out of
actually.
town.
It really wasn't.
Wait,
They kidnapped
is this
me.
a random inn?
Sure.
I'm asking this a random inn because why would you tell a random innkeeper that you're
I'm on pressure.
that you're being chased by violent
Looks over to you.
people?
Any of your friends here know how to bring someone back to life?
If I did, do you think I'd be doing this job in this shithole?
That's a good point.
Sorry, I'm just a little
No,
concerned
I
about this.
completely
That's what
understand.
I was expecting in the middle of my tea.
And that coin you gave me, that
Saucer.
One thing people ask me, do I talk in character? One thing I am
So
good
this
at
is
as a
a small
GM
storage space.
is having
Down in
NPCs
here, you can
portraying
see there
NPCs who are
are,
arguing with
number
each
of
other.
Crates and cases and chests and
I
boxes.
don't find
that are
that
filled
hard.
With all manner of
Like having two characters
anxiety,
acting on their own motivations, not by
bolts.
being
Plenty
in
here to
conflict with each
popcorn chicken
other
it, yeah.
and be in conflict with the party. Like keeping that straight. Is it clear why the villain disappeared?
No.
Insight check.
It just
Make an insight check.
it kind of just disappeared.
Let's
right?
go.
Just a hunch. But I think you know a lot more than you're telling us.
I'll spin my blade faster.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Yes.
8.
The blade gets stuck.
Need some oil.
When I'm a GM portraying a hostage, I'm the one rolling the dice secretly behind the screen to make them think I'm rolling deception checks. For those of you who play Pathfinder 2E, I use coerce,
Statue or yeah.
and I make it a single roll for that character.
Cover the mouth.
I push him back in the hole.
Like you're trying to request them to do a specific thing, and I don't give them new chances to torture people because then it's just a back and forth. And can I roll again, GM? Kind of situation.
Bit of a raw.
I was dealing with that, especially with my middle schoolers
As
and
you
high
can see.
schoolers.
Bring them here to Bassaris. Once they were here, the call took them in to wherever.
I've seen Matt Mercer's own comments about the Matt Mercer effect. I wonder, is this the only campaign
And
he
they are shipped
GMs?
to
Because
to try and keep it separated and hard
if it's
to
your
follow.
full-time job,
to
you are
trace.
going to have a world
Like, I
prepared.
merely arranged for
You
their
can have that in
acquisition
your
and
head.
distribution
You
out
can
of the
have
city.
fully fleshed out
But you don't know what was in the
NPCs
shipments?
that you know how to run
Once
and
again,
portray.
the less I know,
It's not.
the easier. it
Maybe
is
we
for me to feel
wouldn't be
comfortable
as good
doing this
actors,
business.
but
Lots of small boxes.
You could have that
lots
same
of big boxes.
depth.
Inside check.
Roll it.
And kind of gives you a look. Yes.
Any dealings with Hexam? Insight check.
So many insights.
Open insight
If you had
checks.
not answered immediately.
This is very. I feel.
Where's insight? There it is.
I'm twitching.
Well,
I see the players are behaving.
which might tell you something.
They don't metagame. The next Mercer campaign.
We have one.
Wait, for me to be on the Critical Role cast?
We have one.
What
we
Mercer
have one. We should
campaign?
look.
Oh, like a one shot? Is that what you mean? If I didn't have to be, if they have like non-actor,
I'll pull up
voice
everything
actor
of
types playing, I could
Which
fit in.
boxes did you put in there?
I think
I hear they've done one shots
One
of
box is
other
broken.
systems, but I don't know
We'll go
which
back and
systems.
check.
I'm curious.
We have at least
but
one
I
crate
think they've
and
been
one
rules light.
box, if I recall.
In the broken crate.
And
Yes.
them breaking a
So,
Critical Role
you
breaking away from Wizards, what does that
these are
mean? Because
indeed
I also hear
examples
simultaneously that they
of
have
contraband, yes. It began slow
that
years
they're-
ago, and it's been ramping up in the recent
that they couldn't move away from D&D for some
The
reason.
potions are the contraband, or these boxes?
But they do
are
sell
the
product.
contraband?
There is an official
All of it.
Books that D&D put
did you
out
open all the
that
boxes?
was his campaign.
No, we've got the.
wasn't it?
We haven't
So
opened
I-
any of them.
Open it. Let's see what it is.
Anyway,
Black box.
all
It was
those
the black.
three things I just said
Pathfinder
seem to
versus
contradict
Yeah.
each other, and I'm
Minds on this.
confused.
Can I go look at that?
It's kind of a slide
On the
bar
question of could Critical
that is
Role
locking
do
in place from the
Pathfinder
opposite
2E,
side.
you would need a cast
And
that
there
is
is a hidden
is
mechanism
able to sell the drama the way
alleviate
that
the
they
bar
do,
section.
but also
Oh,
knows
yeah, let me get to
rules
work
well
on that.
enough where they're
Well, you're working on that.
going to
I'm
be
gonna
able to
open the
quickly
box.
say how
Okay,
they're going to use
the
their
crate
three
or the black
actions
box?
on their turn.
Did we get a full crate, or did we
And
just...
I'll
there
open
does
the
not
crate
need to
first.
be
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
sorry. So, it's a couple of potions from
and
a
where they
smash
can
crate. a
roll
full
the
crate,
die and
and a
immediately
black
see they
box. Is that
succeeded
accurate?
and failed.
And the black box is the
That-
like armored
you know,
Was the
of the.
Cerberus
the
Otherwise, it
Cerberus
might be
assembly.
too
My mind's
bogged down.
Now,
Wait,
the,
that's-
I'm
that
not
fell out of it, you look
someone
at them
who
too, and, like,
watched-
these crystal
watches
vials,
Critical Role
kind of
much,
similar
hardly
in
at all.
shape as to the things
But
that you
a
saw
lot of people
set
say
within
like the
Fern,
current
that
D&D
you saw
boom
set
is
within
based off
the-
of
that
it,
weird
and then
device
there's
on
also
Luboff's
mention of
back.
Stranger Things. So if that is
The crate
true,
has that?
then
Cylinders,
it only
that
makes
weird
sense for
device that she
Wizards
was
to
wearing
have
under the cloak.
approached them.
The crystal, if you and now you look at it. you
So
look at
that
the-
makes
the-
me
the
want to
crystal
know,
potions
okay,
that
to
you
what extent does
scooped up,
breaking
and
away
they
from
look
Wizards mean anything?
Very similar to what you
What
saw
exactly
from
can
the
we
set
find
within
out?
the two cylinders of the
Hey,
device
that could
on
be
it.
a discussion under
fluid.
Critical Role
they-
chat.
do they
A weird gray
Not
flowing
only
fluid as
about
you kind of swirl it
reacting
in
to
there, you see it.
sessions, but
It seems to
talking about
ignore
things like this.
gravity for a moment before it settles in.
Critical Role
Almost like
Chat
a-
is the text
like a
channel I
slow-motion
put in my,
mercury that just kind of floats
server,
and
Discord server.
constitutes a lot of my
Yeah,
house
this
came to a higher
cast, from what I've
prominence.
heard, wouldn't.
I was a golden child for a time before all this shade mother
It
bullshit.
doesn't seem like it would work.
Moth.
Pathfinder 2E would work. However, they did
Honestly,
play Pathfinder 1E, so they're not.
So, just so we can make sure that we can give us a list of people you would not like to see on your way out.
That'll be.
Otto Hanfu. If you can protect me from her, I will give everything you need. Anything.
I was gonna say that would be a hard question for a GM to answer normally.
Regain health
On the other
points on a
hand-
short rest.
Can I tell?
I gotta say,
from
I'm
that
not
check
completely
what kind
convinced
of
because I've GM'd people who are
trap
very
it might
bad
be?
with rules in
or
Pathfinder
what part of
2E.
the apparatus?
Also, and we're in a
There is,
16th level campaign now.
It is a very well crafted box, and you can see there's like this. Like,
The problem that they have is not following what's going
this, like,
on
black,
or coming up with
material,
ideas.
almost like a
It's-
polished slate.
it's they,
that has
they
been
sense
polished
they
with dark,
can do
dark black
15
with some
different
sort of
things
a
on their turn
coloring
and not
agent.
sure what to do.
The latch on the front of it, you can see there is beyond just the lock
But
itself.
Pathfinder already
there is
gives the
some sort of
tools
a
for if you
golden
come up with an
wire that is
idea, you can
looped
translate
through
it.
and into
Someone
the
at the
box
table
on
can
each side of where the
translate it
key
into
enters. You
mechanic.
can just barely make out from that slight gap between where the latch covering and the actual slate box front is.
But that's kind of a
And you
different
get the sense that even putting
problem
any
because
sort of
if
a
you have these
key or any
abilities
sort
on a
of,
character, those are
contact
probably the
with
best
their
things you can do
will
in a
trigger
specific
something.
turn. So you do want to
Something
revive
metal
those.
will trigger it.
Anyway,
Yep.
but I'm convinced that the first
you
few
gonna do,
levels,
Jenny?
I do believe the first few levels of Pathfinder 2E are no
wit specialty
more
becomes the heroic
complicated than mid-level D&D, and that what this cast, what the appeal of this show is
Like
not
I can still hear her voice.
because of the system. It's separate
So
from
my
the
options
system.
are you,
Okay, it's
finesse
past 30
wooden
minutes,
tools,
so I'm gonna,
but they're not as durable as
Stop
metal.
the stream, but I'm going to once again
Is
leave
the impression
my
that metal
invitation
touching the gold wire would close the
for
circuit, or is it
my
just
server
on
here.
the gold?
There's a channel on the server called Critical Role Chat for people to talk about
which isn't a problem.
the latest
We all
episode or anything Critical Role related, and if you want to, you know, talk to others in the Rules Lawyer community. Okay, I enjoyed having people interact with. Thank you for participating, and I'll see you some other time.